Headlines as we head into National CPR Awareness Week, what children and their babysitters should know about this life-saving technique. Plus, we are talking about safety tips to keep kids out of the emergency room this spring and summer. Joining us live this morning, Dr. Mark Auerbach, Yale Medicine pediatric emergency medicine physician and professor at Yale School of Medicine. Nice to see you again. Can you hear us? Good morning.
I can. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
There we go. Nice to hear you back. All right. National CPR and AED Awareness Week. It's kicking off June 1st, which is hard to believe, but it's Sunday. So what should kids and their caregivers know about this life-saving technique, or techniques, I should say?
Yeah. Absolutely. So sudden cardiac arrest is rare in children. However, each year we all hear tragic stories. I think the most recent one was Damar Hamlin, who's the Buffalo Bills player. But actually 2,000 children and teens die each year from this. The good news is, and I think we saw this with Damar Hamlin, that it was a powerful example that rapid and effective emergency care can save lives. Damar's back playing football now. It's amazing. And he's partnered with the AHA and sort of getting the message out. So to improve outcomes, Connecticut participates in something called Project Adam, which is a project that was started by a family that lost their 17-year-old Adam to sudden cardiac arrest. And that program has something called Heart Safe Schools. And most recently in Connecticut, legislation was passed that requires AEDs in schools and at athletic events. And our Yale team, as an example, joined a group of EMS and fire and providers from Danbury and Norwalk to train 650 school teachers in Wilton this spring. So what you can do, ask your school if they're heart safe. Take a family CPR class. Even with some of those online videos, kids as young as 5 can learn CPR. Many classes required to be 10 or 12. And many high schools in the state actually require CPR for graduation. So ask that babysitter before she comes or he comes, have they taken CPR class?
Yeah, all good advice and reminders. And you know, as we finally and hopefully get to the warmer weather, summer, a lot of kids are spending time outside, school vacation. We are seeing more swimming, riding bikes, quads. What is, I guess, your tip to keeping kids healthy and safe during the summer season?
Yeah. Great question. So I love the idea of keeping kids healthy by having them outside and off their tablets. So first and foremost, it's great to see them riding around the streets. The AAP itself, the American Academy of Pediatrics, that makes many of our guidelines, actually recommends against e-bikes and e-scooters for children less than 16. I will say, as a pediatrician, I have an 11-year-old and he does have an e-bike that's a pedal e-bike, but I'm just very careful of two things. What's the top speed? Some of them actually go up to about 50 miles per hour now. His tops out at about 16 and is really intended for young adults and youth. And really the critical thing is that a helmet is worn. So e-bikes lead to 25,000 ED visits, and the kids that end up either severely injured or dying, 9 out of 10 of those don't have a helmet on. So helmets are required by law for kids less than 16 in Connecticut. And while they're not required for us as an adult, our kids are always watching us. If you wear one, maybe they'll wear one. So do your best to get them to wear a helmet when they're out there.
Lead by example. You said it best. And, you know, unfortunately, especially being in this business, we unfortunately report on terrible cases of children left in hot cars. It's sad. And, you know, sometimes you think, how could that happen? But it does happen. So what, I guess, is your advice, or what do you want people to remember, whether it's a parent, a grandparent, or a child, when it comes to the dangers of hot cars?
Absolutely. So this is something that is a very preventable death. And I want to highlight that this can occur even on those low May temperatures that we were hearing before in the weather forecast. So on a 72-degree day, a car can actually sort of function like an oven and get up to a deadly temperature in 30 minutes. On hotter days, that can be 5 to 10 minutes. And part of what is important to recognize is kids are different than adults. They have 5 times faster rates of heat coming onto them. And really the important approaches here are laws and legislation. So it's illegal to leave a child unattended even for minutes in a car. And really always lock your car when at home. Children can crawl into the car or climb into the car and play in there. So lock it so they can't get in. And then create a routine. Check that back seat. Consider even putting your phone, your purse, your wallet back there, so you grab that when you get your kid out. And encourage your grandparents, babysitters, others to create that routine. So those are the tips I would have, and really not only thinking about hot cars on hot days, thinking about it all the time.
Absolutely, Dr. Auerbach. Thank you so much for joining us here, and thank you for the work that you do.
Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend.
You as well.